I am back with my wine. I am drinking a Prophecy Pinot Noir, which isn't great, but it had a really pretty label. That is why I bought it. Yeah, not a good one. They have a red blend too that I wanted to try, which also has a very pretty label. But I'm not sure I will now. But I have seldom met a wine that I have not been able to finish. So keep my hands busy here. I'm going to clean off the Siamese twins and going to talk a bit about New Year's 2017, what's going down for me in Dollyland. So first of all, I guess I do have some New Year's resolutions I've come up with. The first is to do more videos. So far, it's going good. You know, the more I do, the more comfortable I get with making videos. So, like, if you look back, don't do it. Don't do it. But if you were to look back to my videos from like 2 years ago, 2 years ago is kind of when anyways, they were pretty bad. I was pretty uncomfortable in front of the camera, let's say. So yeah, anyways, getting a lot more relaxed the more I do it, obviously, as happens with pretty much everything in life. So yeah, I would like to continue on that trend, post some more videos on YouTube this year. So far, so good. This is like 3 already, and we're only a few days in, so watch, it'll be the only 3 I do all year. Other than that, I really want to just be more of a part of the community, be more active in the community in YouTube. You know, right now I post videos, and very occasionally I'll comment on somebody's video, but I really want to be more a part of the group, and that's my own fault for, you know, not really feeling so much a part of the group. I am really terrible about replying to comments. I love it when people post comments on my videos, and I have a really bad habit of not replying. I don't know. I don't know why I don't. I'm lazy, I guess. So I want to make a point to reply to comments on my videos, and try to comment more actively on other people's videos. You know, I have a few good friends in the Dolly world, but I want more friends. I mean, right now my relationship with other doll YouTubers is very one-sided. Like, I feel like I know you guys fairly well. You guys, I don't know, a number of you that I follow fairly well, because, you know, I watch your videos and I hear you talk, and I feel like I kind of know you, right? But I never actually interact with anybody. I'm kind of just a stalker. I just, you know, I watch your videos in silence, and yeah. So right now I'm just kind of a creepy stalker. So I really want to make a habit in the upcoming year to interact more and actually build some kind of I don't know. I'm not very eloquent. Not today anyway. I really want to foster more of a relationship with the community on YouTube. So, yeah, other than that, my other goal, I don't know, it's really a resolution, but, and I did talk about it briefly in a couple of videos ago, that I want to take a Red Iris Atelier full-time and quit my day job. So, yeah, I'm sure that'll be probably well into the year before that happens, but you know, I am actively working towards that goal. So, yeah, that is what I am hoping for, working for. That's what I'm working towards in 2017. So, let's see, dolls incoming and outgoing in 2017. Incoming, I know I've mentioned already. I've got a Artifacts Kindred doll coming. Doll of undetermined sculpt at the moment. Coming at some point. I've got a Bardo Research Peme coming probably next month. And I have a couple of Fantasia doll heads. That's all I've got on order. That's all. That's all I've got on order so far. Just 2 full dolls and 2 more heads. But other plans for, you know, who I would like to bring home this year. I would really like to bring home an Argonautica Dolls Effete. I'm planning on reselling Dove, who is just out of, oh, here, you can barely see her here, this little girl with the big hair. I've been planning on reselling her into 1/3 size for quite some time now, and spent a heck of a long time trying to find a sculpt that I thought would work for her in the right color, because she's, I should have grabbed her, but she's dark tan, and it's just not a common enough skin tone in the doll world. It's I love dark skin dolls, but not even like a quarter of the doll companies make that color. So yeah, it was really hard to find a sculpt that I liked for her, and I have decided on Argonautica Dolls Effete. They don't cast that dark, but they do offer resin matching for a little extra. So I'm going to, I don't know if I'll send them a sample. I'll probably go and get like a paint chip in the color sample or something, because I don't know, I don't have a particular color. It doesn't have to be the exact same she is now or anything, just dark. Anyways, I've had her picked out now for maybe 2 years, and just haven't gotten around to getting her yet. Problem is, I get too excited about impulse buys. So something comes up, you know, a new release comes out or a limited doll comes up, and I'm just like, oh my god, she's beautiful and I have to have her, and then I end up buying that doll, which means the ones that I actually have plans for just keep getting pushed back because they're dolls that are available all the time, or you know. So same as with you can't see her. Oh, I'm drawing a blank. Dior. I had Dior's body picked out for like 2 years before I actually got it. She was just a floating head for a very long time, and it was just because I kept grabbing impulse buy dolls instead of the less exciting things that are actually on the list, because yeah, impulse buys are exciting. So yeah, hopefully today, hopefully this year sometime, I will bring her home. And then the other doll on my list for this year is Twiggling Kahlo. Artifacts Kindred Kahlo. Trying to make a point to use that name, and she's been twiggling for so long, it's hard to kind of make the switch and identify the dolls under the name she actually wants them to be. Boy, this gloss is not budging on these lips. So yes, I'm trying to make a point to say Artifacts Kindred and get that in my brain. Because Twiggling is the person, the artist, not the dolls. So, yes, Artifacts Kindred Kahlo, who I talked about in my last video. Whether I switch my Pieta order to Kahlo or order her separately, she's definitely someone I would like to bring home this year. And so that's only 2 dolls planned for the year. My cat's making a lot of noise over here. Sorry if you're hearing a thunking noise. He's tugging on the door. That is all that I have planned for this year. You can be pretty sure that there will be an impulse buy or 2 or 3 at some point, because there always is. And, you know, I say 2, but Twiggling is like, the Kahlo is going to be like $800 or something. So it's not exactly a small purchase. Argonautica, I want to say, is about $500. So not the worst, but definitely not cheap either. So those will be my doll purchases for the year. And let's see, checking my list here. Oh, my dream wish for 2017. You know, those are the 2 that I'm actually planning on getting. If I win the lottery or something, which isn't going to happen because I'd have to enter the lottery to win it, but I don't know, what could happen? Some distant relative that I don't know about could die and have no other heirs and leave me all their money. Could happen, right? If that happens, I really, really want Pasha Satrova's doll. Pasha. I can't think what the doll's called. I think her line is called Pasha. I don't know. You've probably seen it on Instagram. It's got the cool shoulder joints that let it shrug. Really interesting face. Very kind of, well, I say cartoonish, but it's not exactly cartoonish, but it's not exactly realistic either. It's this kind of weird, I don't know, look her up. I will try to remember to put a link in the description box if you haven't seen Pasha's dolls, but they're incredible, and I really wish I could order one. She's got a pre-order coming up, I think in a couple months, but I just can't afford it. She's like, I don't know, $800 or something, and you know, I suppose if I canceled my Artifacts Kindred order, I could, but man, I really want those dolls too, so yeah, probably not gonna happen. But I keep seeing her posts on Instagram, and I'm so in love with her dolls. She's got a couple of different head sculpts, and I can't remember the name of the one I prefer. They're both pretty great, though, in my opinion. Pretty amazing. So, yes, that would be my dream doll that's my Grail doll for the year. Well, at least for the year. Maybe that's just my new Grail doll in general. My previous Grail being, well, still is, Doll Chateau Dolores. Oh, I love him. He's beautiful. And someday I will own him. I don't have any plans anytime soon to actually buy him, but he's on the someday list. I would say that's the closest I have to a Grail doll, really, at the moment. I also want a Medea's head. I would probably share the same body for the 2 heads. Let's see. Oh, outgoing dolls. I do have a number of dolls outgoing this year. Well, first of all, my twins Eva and Ava are leaving. They're leaving in a few days. Oh, my doll, Grant Felipe, who, I don't know where I put his head, but he's the one cat knocked over and chipped him earlier today. I'll probably move him on. He's gorgeous. Oh, there's his body back there. Oh, I'm sorry, I'm shaking the camera again. There's his gorgeous body back there, holding his tube socks. He's gorgeous, just a piece of art. But I don't really do anything with him. He's never worn anything other than the underwear and socks. I don't think I've got any clothes that would fit him even. Maybe I have a sweater vest that'll fit him, but not so cute with. It's just a sweater vest and undies. Anyways, I will probably move him on this year. Maybe if I sell him, I can get the Pasha doll. Now the gears are turning. Because that would be a big chunk of money. Or I could just sell him and pay bills with that money. Dove will be moving along after I get... And I'd kind of like to go ahead and get rid of her. I don't want to get rid of her. I'd like to go ahead and sell her. I'm sorry. Camera on bumpy thing. It's not on a very solid stand, and when my table has like a crossbar underneath it, and I always put my feet on there, but every time I put my feet on there, it shakes the tripod. I say tripod, it's actually a doll stand that I have my camera balanced on top of a doll stand. Lost my train of thought. Oh, Dove. I'd kind of like to go ahead and get her moved on because I feel that would encourage me to buy her replacement. But I also think it'd be neat to do to still have her when she gets in, so I could, show them together. Yeah, I don't know. I guess it doesn't matter. I'll have pictures still, so. Anyways, at the very least, I'm not going to keep her around once I get the Argonautica doll's feet. So I might keep her around just long enough for the unboxing. Do an unboxing video and have the old and new Dove. Or if nothing else, I'll sell her once I do get her replacement and her reshell. Also going away is this doll that fell over right here. That is a Little Fee Auntie. Honestly, I just bought her because the price was good, and I'm always looking for dolls that I can pick up for a reasonable price and clean them up and fix them up and repaint them and get them all pretty and new again, kind of refurbish them, and they're kind of, it's like a practice head where I get to do a style that I don't normally get to do, or I wouldn't do for my own dolls, and then sell it again. So that was my idea there when I got her. may have gotten her from another YouTuber. I bought her over Instagram, but I think it's from somebody that also is on YouTube. I don't remember who that was. Well, anyways. And the same goes for my St. Bloom Charlie. My second St. Bloom Charlie. This one here is also a St. Bloom Charlie. I want to pick her up, but I have Winsor & Newton on my fingers. I don't want to mess up her face up. She is sitting right here on my work table because I've been working on her. And as always, you cannot really focus on her, but she's almost done. I just need to do her lashes and brow hairs. And the head is done. I've got her body here too. Getting blushed. Same thing, I got her for a good price and enjoyed her for a short time and then cleaned her up. I'll probably make her an outfit and sell her as kind of a full set kind of deal, and a wig and everything. Oh, I do have, well, whatever. I've got the fiber somewhere here in my mess of art supplies that I'm going to make her a wig out of. Alright. Little V St. Bloom. Grant Felipe. A knot is right here, but in pieces. I recently repainted her. If you follow me on Instagram, you saw pictures. I haven't done anything with her in years. My aesthetic has just really changed since I got her. I still need to upload that aesthetic journey video. Well, rather, it's uploaded. I need to finish editing it and release it. So, anyways, I talk about that. That was the point. Talk about that in that video about how my tastes have changed and why I'm going to go ahead and move her on. And same with Gunner. So a knot and Gunner. A knot is a resin soul shoe with a large bust. And Gunner, I don't know where Gunner is. I think he's in this box here. His head is anyways. Gunner is a resin soul dong that I did some modding on. Somebody else is using his body right now. So I'm not entirely sure if I will sell that body or not. I don't like that my my Zenji head is on Gunner's body at the moment, but I don't actually like him on that body. I just wanted to put him on a body, and that was the only one I had that was somewhat proportional. So I will probably take him off of that. I guess that'll give me incentive to go ahead and buy Zenji his own body. And yeah, so Gunner and a knot. Oh, so Gunner's body is it's the Mirrodol 68 centimeter body, the big beefy though, like their original 68 centimeter body. That I've also done a little bit of mod work on, and body blushed and all that good stuff. So, the last dolls that we'll be moving on, I don't know, I pointed this stuff you can't see. It's not in focus. It's tiny way in the back, so I don't know why I'm pointing them all out. But in this box here behind me, that's a head case. Actually, wait, I need to get that hung up. I bought that to hang on my wall to display heads in. I'd really like to hang it in my living room, but I don't really have a good spot in the living room to hang it, so I guess that's what's holding me up. But anyways, it holds like 8 heads, and I think it's yeah, it's pretty much full. A couple of them are ones I'm planning on keeping, but most of the heads in there are actually ones that, same as with the little Fee and the St. Bloom that I picked up somewhere and had fun painting them. And I'm gonna move on again. So there's a couple in there that aren't done yet, but several that are, and I just need to sell them. There's only one that I've been actively trying to sell. I just have been too lazy to really try. Alright, so resolutions. Dolls coming in, dolls going out. Doll I really, really wish could come in. Projects for my own dolls for this year. Oh, this topless chick here. Again, you probably can't tell because she's way in the distance, but this boob is like half the size of that boob. I started modding her chest smaller, and I did this one side, and then I set her aside, and I never did the other boob. So she's been sitting back there with 2 different sized boobs since like July, I think. I think sometime this summer I was, yeah, working on her. It's been a while. You know what? Actually, that might have been like July of last year. No, she hasn't been sitting here that long, has she? No, I'm sorry. I'm trying to remember. I remember I was working on that project when my mom came to visit, and she came in July, not this year, not in 2015, July 2015. So that's why I was thinking it was then. But she actually did a brief pass through as they were moving in September. So she's only been sitting there lopsided since September, I guess. That makes more sense. It couldn't have been a year and a half. But yeah, poor girl has lopsided boobs. She's topless, and I still haven't settled on a name for her, and I've had her now for, I don't know, at least 2 years, so poor girl. I need to get her in order. She's the body is Ippelhaus EID, and the head is OR Doll Sway. Who's beautiful. I love her, but apparently not enough to give her a name. So yeah. Paint my floating heads that I mentioned are back there in the box. A couple I'm planning on keeping. I think they're all back there now. I'm looking around on my table, but I do have, I guess I have a couple of my own face-ups that are in progress, so I need to finish those. Paint all the floating heads. And then the last project for 2017, I say last project, but really it's going to be like the first project, is to work on my Etsy shop. Kind of sorry, I got my feet up again, and then as I start doing this, the table starts shaking, and the camera starts shaking. Hopefully this video is watchable, and it doesn't just give everybody a headache, because it's all wobbly. Etsy, right. I need to kind of redo my whole pricing structure. I've got it set up right now where tiny heads are a lower price, and then everything over a 5-inch is, you know, 5-inch wig size. Anything over that is the same price. And I did that for, well, the biggest reason is because I'm just, I would say I'm lazy again, but really just to keep it simple. It's kind of mind-boggling when I look at someone's shop and they've got different prices, so many different prices for all sorts of different things, and I see other shops that have all heads cost a flat price. It doesn't matter what size it is, it's this much. So that's kind of what I was going for, but then I was like, oh, but tiny heads, I just can't charge the same for a tiny head that I can. I just didn't feel right about it. So yeah, so I made them cheaper, but I am finding that I am really spending a very different amount of time on them. And I wouldn't say that big heads take longer necessarily, but that tiny heads take less time. I know that's basically the exact same thing, but and I guess it's the approach to it. Like the amount of time that feels normal and right to spend on a head is what I do on a large head, because of the detailing I like to do, the skin texturing and veins and all that. And you just can't do as much of that on the smaller, you know, the smaller the canvas is, the harder it is to get all those details in. So I feel like I don't know how to articulate how I'm feeling about that. But beyond that, okay, forget heads. I just painted pointing back here again, not this body, because as you can tell, he is unblushed, but I painted that same body for somebody. And currently, in my price structure, painting that, what is it? I think he's almost 70 centimeters, 68 or something. Painting a 68 centimeter body that's just huge is currently the same price that I charge to paint like a 40 centimeter Slim Mini. And it doesn't take a huge amount of time difference, although, as I said with the heads, same with the body too, you can get a lot more detail into the bigger bodies. But it uses a heck of a lot more sealant. Yeah, like a stupid amount of sealant. And I don't think I was really taking that into account when I set up my pricing structure. So, you know, while I don't really want to raise my prices, I don't feel like I'm like drowning in so much work that that I'm not worried if I raise my prices that the commissions will slow down. That definitely is a concern. But something's just not right about my pricing structure. So, well, as much as I hate to do it, I'm going to have to like break things down further, and probably what that's going to mean is a slight increase on SD heads, and I'll probably leave MSD like at the price they are now, and then I'll probably put Yo in as a separate distinction and have a slightly lower price on it. So yeah, I don't know. I don't want to break things up more. I like just having like one listing and that's it. But I don't know. I feel it needs to be done, needs to be broken up. I need to have a different price for an SD body blush instead of an MSD body blush, if only for the fact that it uses like twice as much sealant. So yeah, that is a big project for 2017. I will probably get that done sooner rather than later. As soon as I come back from vacation in a few weeks would really be kind of the best time to do that, except that I don't have time to get it set up between now and then. But alright, well, I think that is everything I had noted as, let me read my notes here. Oh, that's another note. That's all I have to talk about, I guess, for New Year's stuff. Yeah, I'm gonna go and find a toothbrush to get the rest of this gunk off of these guys. Doesn't usually take me this long to clean heads off, but you know, when I'm talking and drinking, a little distracted, so I'm gonna go finish them off and probably get started painting on them. I have been working on this wine, but I did just have a big meal too, so not really feeling it much, so I will get back to work. Thank you all for watching. And as I said in the beginning of the video, I will try my best. My best? I will try hard. I don't know if I'll try my best, but I will try hard to reply. And if you post a comment on my videos, I will try to be a good girl and be a part of the community and reply. Okay. Cheers.